What is up, everybody? It is Rodak here with Rodak's Revival, and we are finally here. This is what this Noob to Pro series is all about. It's about being a noob and trying to make it into just one of these pro races, and we are finally here for Anaheim 1. And I'm just going to say to you guys, I went straight into the 450 class. That's only because I plan on doing 250 East. I am still practicing on the 250, but since we're in the West Division, I figured why not go out there, get the experience, and try to qualify on the 450. Now, I know there's some fast dudes in here like Bredo and stuff, and right here, this quad was just absolutely massive, and you're going to see in this qualifying session that was my big pain in the butt, was hitting that quad. This track was sneaky. This track was very sneaky. It was pretty slick. It looks like it's pretty simple, but there are some sections like that quad, and I feel like that quad really made or break your qualifying time. And then also the rhythm section in the back, I felt like that was very hard to get down consistently. It was very easy to underjump stuff, and it was very easy to overjump stuff. But here we are in qualifying. We're finally jumping in. That first little bit was like the 10-minute practice you get beforehand. So let's try to see what we can do in this qualifying. And yeah, I don't know. You're going to see me fail at that quad probably a lot in this qualifying session. As I say that, we immediately come up short. That quad, like I said, that quad was just super hard. So just turn around and just try to hit it again. But I felt like I said, I felt like the quad was a very make or break thing in this in the qualifying. And there I go, going over the rut. I'm like, oh my gosh. So here we are for another lap. I mean, might as well do that. If your lap is ruined, you only have a limited amount of time. You might as well just restart your lap and just start from the beginning. And I immediately make the same mistake again, clip that jump, but I'm like, all right, maybe we can try to hold it together here. I just want to throw some sort of lap down. I know it says I have a 1:16 already up there, and y'all came into qualifying with like 17 minutes left with my audio. I mean, my recording equipment went down for some reason like 3 minutes in, so I had to fix that and try to jump back into the qualifying, but gonna make a mistake there. Going again for another lap. Finally get the quad. That quad for me was it was such a pain for me. I know it's probably easy for some other guys, but I don't know if that's really honestly true because I saw so many guys crashing in the qualifying section just trying to hit that quad. Came up, I overjumped that second triple just a little too much, messed me up. Now there's going to be my new fastest lap. It's going to be a 1:12.89, and that is like 4 seconds off the pace. So I know I can do better. You saw plenty of mistakes in that lap, and I'm immediately going to go mess up the quad again. So we're coming around, mess up the quad again. You're going to see that a lot in this video. Like I said, this is, if you're looking for pro gameplay, go watch Lens, go watch Trojan, go watch Kelso, Reaper Doc, any one of those guys. Go watch those guys if you're looking for a super pro. This is me trying to relate to the people out there that are just casuals or learning the game, because this is also me learning the game. and trying to make it into one of these pro qualifiers, and it is extremely hard, and I'm really trying to push it because we only have a limited amount of time. Plus with work, I think the qualifying for me started at, I don't know, 6:30. So I can't remember what time it was, to be honest with you, but I got off work at 5, didn't get home till like 5:45. So I got a very limited amount of time on the track as well. So like I said, I'm trying to show you guys like how hard it actually is and how hard you have to push yourself. And you're just gonna see me eating it on this quad almost every single lap, and it's so frustrating. Go over the rut again and just restart a lap, and now the panic starts to set in because this is my first time ever doing. It's not my first time ever doing like a series race. I've done quite a few of those so far, but first time ever in ARL, and I want to put out a good video for you guys, and I want to be able to be competitive, but I keep messing up, and I just see that timer going down over there, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I started making the quad a bigger deal than what it was, where I was in my head now about the quad. Like, oh my gosh, I got to hit the quad, and then I got to do the rest of the lap. But what ended up happening in turn was I got so focused on the quad that anytime that I did make it past the quad, I was messing up elsewhere on the track because I was going 3 or 4 minutes without riding the rest of the track because I just kept messing this section up. And I was also messed myself up so much by thinking about the quad that I made it such a big deal that it now became hard to hit. Like I hit it, I don't know, once every 4 or 5 times, but then it got to the point where I was like everything was coming together. Like I was starting to panic that there was only like 6 minutes left. I was starting to panic because I was like, I have to hit the quad. And I heard something back from like a singer back in the day. They were like, if you make a big deal about the high note, then the high note's a lot harder to hit. And that's exactly what I felt like I was doing with this quad. Is I started overthinking it. Then I started coming up short on the finish line and not being able to hit this corner because all I kept thinking was, all right, now I have this much time left and I have to hit the quad. And I know I can go faster. I just got to get past the quad. And I really kind of screwed myself up by doing that. And you see right there, like I can't even hit the corner. And I'm starting to get so frustrated at this point that everything, like I said, it was like the holy trinity of problems: overthinking it, worried about the time, and then also getting frustrated. Just not a good combo. And I was trying my best, though. Just believe me, I was trying my best. As you're seeing right here, like everybody's casing this quad. Even guys that are faster than me are casing that quad. It is not easy. It was a very hard line. You had to hit that little hip jump a specific way just to get it just right. Now I can't even make it over the finish line without crashing. I am getting so panicked. There's 3 minutes to go, and I know I can run like at least 2 seconds faster if I just hit things relatively clean. Then I'm going down in the whoop section. I'm just, it's getting to me. It's getting to me. So this makes me feel a little bit less bad. There's like the second place guy and the fifth place guy, and we all crashed on the quad like that. It was definitely harder than maybe what it looks like on the camera, but then I'm going off again. Now I'm really panicking. There's only a minute left. I am trying my hardest. Almost get it right there with like 14 seconds left, so I decided to just go because maybe I can make up a little bit of time here or there, and then I front tuck and that is going to be it. Unfortunately, I come through 18th in qualifying, so at least I wasn't last, I guess you could say. But take a look at these times. These are the times, like 105 was the top qualifying time, 108 in heat 1, 108.3 or 108.5. I can't really see what that says. And then on the other heat, it is going to be like a 108.6 for heat 2. So technically, I was about, what was that? 4.5 seconds off the time. So I tried my best, guys. I tried my best, but like I said, I wanted to give you guys a realistic view of what it looks like to qualify. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was a little bit happy with 4.5 seconds off. I honestly thought I was going to be further, like to 6 to 8 to 10 seconds off just by how fast these guys are. So I am actually a little bit happy with myself being at the cutoff time, being only 4.5 seconds off, because I know I can make up at least 2.5 seconds on that lap time that you guys saw, that 1:12.89. I know I can get that down into the 110s, and then from there, it's just little things to learn. But I did this as a learning session as well. Like I went in with realistic expectations, being like, I'm pretty sure, 99.9% sure I'm not going to make it. I still have that hope and belief that somehow I can pull a fast lap out of nowhere and be able to qualify. But going into it, I was realistic that, like, I don't think this is happening, but I'm doing it for the experience, getting ready for the 250 East division, and I'm going to be doing it every single week. I'm going to try and qualify for every single Supercross race and for every single outdoor race, and we are going to make one of these races. I promise you. If it's not this year, it'll be next year. If it's not next year, it'll be the year after. But we will make one of these races, and I just want to make it clear for you guys. Like, I'm not out here to try to be the best at the game. I'm not trying to be like Linz or Cam or anything like that. I just want to qualify for one of these races. And that is what the Noob to Pro series is all about. You're going to see me go from somebody who can barely make it around the track to qualifying for one of these races. And I promise you one day it will happen. So if you guys like the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.